I want to take you back to an age-old method of sales that's coming back. That's becoming, it's in fashion now. And with technology, you can obviously go overboard and do some really cool stuff. So in this video, let's learn about account-based marketing. Okay, so account-based marketing, or ABM, is personalization taken to the extreme. So if you've ever been to any media company, for example, if you went to Times of India and you went to their headquarters and you went to their front desk, you'd find their front desk littered with goodies, right? This thing on the left, I'll tell you about it in a bit, but it'd just be littered with goodies, sweets, clothes, it doesn't matter, right? The front desk of a media company is always filled with cool stuff. And the reason for this is because everybody wants a story written about them. And so to bribe the storytellers at the media company, people just send in goods. So you have to be creative with the things you give people and be specific about the people you give them to. For example, I really like dual MasterCards. I really like Dragon Ball Z. Right? These are things that you can use to target me. Whereas if the more you know about, say, a writer at a press company or a media company, the more you know about a writer at a media company, the more easier you're able to give them gifts, right? For example, if you give a Dragon Ball fan gifts about something unrelated to Dragon Ball, then they might not even care about it. But if you give a Dragon Ball fan gifts about Dragon Ball, they're more likely to light up, right? And just be like, wow, I really like these people. So on the left is actually an old school Mattel Viewmaster. It's a device you put your eyes, you can put a disc in, and 90s kids remember this. If you're not a 90s kid, then you might not remember this, but it's okay. You can just go to Google or YouTube and type in a Viewmaster. That's Viewmaster, right? You put it to your eyes and you put this disc and you can see nice images in 3D. It was a very, very cool thing that people used to use when I was younger. And what this one company did, and I don't know where to find that article. I read it some time ago. They put in images of everything that was important to them, their entire history. Right, so the company was 2 years old, where they started out of, where they've been, how they've been progressing as a company, what are the different other media companies that have covered them, all of that in the individual slots. And then they gave this away to other companies, right, who they wanted to contact. And those companies they looked at this and they said, okay, we'll take a meeting with you guys. Now, you might think, why did a company spend so much money just to get a few meetings, just to get another person's attention? And I'm going to come to that in a bit. Before that, you can also do this digitally. You can target people by the company they work at. The video and email that I showed you, an example of by Vidyard. Vidyard is too expensive, by the way. You probably can't afford it, which is okay. You can do this manually too. But you can target by companies and use AI tools like Vidyard, or you can use proper account-based marketing, which is something that we've kind of spearheaded in India. So this image on the right, what I used to do is, suppose I wanted to reach out to the VP of product at, say, some company, say X company. What I would do is I would find out all the people that worked under this person. So if this person is the VP of product, I target everybody in the product team, right? But only at this company. And LinkedIn is the only platform where you can run ads and you can only very specifically target particular companies. You can't do this on Facebook. You can't do this on Google. You can only do this on LinkedIn. You can target people by the company they work at. So I can send everybody in Microsoft or everybody in X company or a particular team in Microsoft or a particular team in X company. I can send them an ad. Right? And what I usually do is I take their team leader's face, put it on an avatar with 10 or 15 hands and just say, look, your team leader is doing so much work. Why don't you give this tool? Why don't you help them use Foxbond? Or why don't you take our graphic design services or buy our marketing services? It would lessen that person's work. Now, the team leader, him or herself, he doesn't see the ad. We don't show the ad to that person. Since we send the ad to all the people that work under that person, those people go to the team leader the next day and say, I was scrolling LinkedIn and I saw your face on it, right? And here's the ad. And then they talk about it. And that's all I want. Right? I just want people to talk about it and eventually we get the meeting because we've broken through the noise. But now that I've told you this technique, the bigger that this platform becomes, the more people that will start using this technique, and then eventually it'll become commonplace. But before it becomes commonplace, that's the reason you should subscribe to the Meta Pass, because you get content immediately, right? And you know things that other people don't, and that makes you outlier money. You can make money quickly because you have a technique that other people don't know how to use. And there's this other idea of conversational agents, which is, remember that with account-based marketing, the more personalized you get with somebody, the more you're able to talk to somebody, the better the relationship you build. And at the end of the day, it's about relationship building, right? So there's a tool called drift.com. It's free. You can start conversations with reps immediately. So let me show you this. What you can do is, if you go to the Avalon Labs website, you will see a Drift chatbot here at the bottom right. Let's just wait for it. Let's wait for it. And as you scroll down, you will see this pop up. And we want it to pop up at a specific point, right? Because if the person is not interested in Avalon, there's no point of us having a chat with that person. So as they're scrolling down, we have a message saying, hey there, we've helped over 50 Series A, B, and C businesses build software products and run exciting video and outbound marketing campaigns. Can we help you build or grow? And then, somebody types in something, yes, for sure. And then what the person on the back end does, in this case, Abhinav doesn't handle this by himself. He actually has a team to reply to this as Abhinav, which is okay, because obviously one person cannot handle the kind of volume we get today. But when the response happens, what typically happens is we will open a new tab and we will Google the person who's texting us, because obviously, the next message right after I type this is, hey, what is your name? Right? Or, hey, can you tell us a little more about yourself? And immediately I open a new tab and I Google the person. So if it is me typing, I'll just be like, okay, who is this guy? Okay, this is all the things that this person's interested in. Okay, great. By the way, really liked your book, right? It doesn't matter. The point is to create some sort of rapport, right? And that's account-based marketing. So I just wanted to give you an idea of conversational marketing, which is a beautiful thing to kind of do, especially as more people get conversational even about B2B sales. So one question you might be having is, Varun, when I spend on this Viewmaster, when I do the physical ABM and I buy things, doesn't that cost me money, right? Doesn't it cost me 2,000 rupees to buy a Viewmaster? If I buy 10 of those, that's 20,000 rupees. That's very expensive. And the point is, it's about return on investment. It's okay to spend on expensive gifts if you are making your money back, even if you don't make your money back on every customer that gets the gift, right? So you have to be return on investment positive on the whole, not per prospect, right? So it's okay to give away a 4,000 rupee Amazon Echo, and you probably know what this is. An Amazon Echo is a device that, you can speak to it and it'll play music and stuff for you. It's cool. That's actually the worst description of the Echo. But yeah, you can give a 4,000 rupee Echo to somebody and you can give it to 10 people. That's 40,000 rupees in total that you've spent. And even if one customer, buys your service and pays you 40,000 rupees per month, you've made your cash back. And the rest, all the other 9 people who've got your gift, they will still love you and they will still make referrals because you've given them something, right? This is a trade. Everything that you give people, you have to remember, business is about transactions. It's about trade. You have to give first, even if that means you lose. And a lot of what happens when you give first is you give or you show benevolence. The word benevolence means giving away without anything, asking for anything in return. And we usually do that. We give away a lot without asking for it in return. And that's one of the reasons why we were one of the fastest growing companies last year for being bootstrapped. So let me show you something that is, just switch screen. Let me show you something that's made us about 1 crore the last year, right? Just this box. We printed about 20 or 25 of these boxes. It's an Avalon upgrade box. Let me show you what's inside, right? So we have a Samsung in-ear headphone set, right? That's just to make sure people know that the box is not cheap. We have a case study on a product that we built. We have a case study on a marketing service that we've done, which runs into hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. We have our story. We have a little comic book here, and I can show you the comic book. So we have a comic book here that kind of runs through Avalon's story. So you can see everything, our early days, how we evolved as a company, all the press we've got, some of the key things that we've done. all in just 4 pages. It's a quick pitch, right? Then we have this nice little Avalon notebook with Avalon branding on every page that you can use, which is cool. And then we have an Avalon pen, as you can see, which just shows people that we're serious about things, right? And what we usually do is at events, we hand these out. When we go and meet specific people, we hand these out. It's awesome. It works really well for us. We've got meetings with a lot of massive companies because of this. People take us much more seriously, and it's ROI. Each kit costs us roughly about anywhere between 900 to 5,000 rupees, depending on the headset that's inside. Some of the kits we have more expensive headsets, especially as we're targeting bigger clients. But we make our money back, right? And even if one of these deals converts, it's like crores a year. The kit doesn't even make sense. In fact, next year we're planning to upgrade it if we continue, scaling the services company, which I don't think we're going to do. We're going to stay, our size. But if we decide to become bigger on the services end of things, then I can guarantee you that the gifts are going to get bigger, because at the end of the day, everyone's competing for attention. But here's somebody who's giving you something for free. Who are you going to go? Who are you going to trust more, right? And that's the idea behind this. Thanks for your time. Catch you on the next episode.